There is a man you know. Maybe you work with him. Maybe you have competed against him. Maybe you have tried to manipulate him and walked away confused about why it didn't work. He is never the loudest in the room. He never defends himself when accused. He never chases when ignored. He never breaks when pressured. And no matter what happens around him, betrayal, attacks, failure, loss, he always seems to land exactly where he intended. You have wondered about him. You have studied him, and you still cannot figure out what he knows that you don't. Today, that changes. Because what separates that man from everyone else is not luck, not talent, not connections. It is 8 specific psychological traits that most people never develop because no one ever teaches them. Until now. What you are about to learn is not comfortable. It will challenge things you were taught to believe about how to move through the world, about honesty, about vulnerability, about what it means to be a good person in a world that is not always good in return. This is not a lecture. This is not a list of tips. This is a complete reconstruction of how psychologically powerful people actually think, and why their way of thinking makes them nearly impossible to manipulate, nearly impossible to defeat, and completely impossible to break. 8 traits, 1 transformation. Let's begin. The first trait is the one most people violate every single day, without realizing it, without knowing the cost. It is the compulsive need to be understood, to explain yourself, to fill every silence with your motivations, your plans, your fears. Watch what happens in any conversation. Someone asks a question, and most people answer it completely, fully, transparently. They think this builds trust. It does not. It builds predictability. And predictability is the enemy of power. Machiavelli wrote, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are." The untouchable man lives in that gap, between what he appears to be and what he actually is. He answers questions, but never completely. He shares information, but never all of it. Not because he is hiding something, because he understands that mystery is magnetic and transparency, complete, constant transparency, is forgettable. Your information is your currency. Stop spending it on people who haven't earned it. The second trait is misunderstood as fakeness. It is not. It is the highest form of social intelligence. Watch the untouchable man move between rooms. In one room, analytical, precise, data-driven. In another, warm, emotionally present, human. In another, visionary, expansive, inspiring. Same man, same values, completely different presentation. Most people make one version of themselves and force every situation to adapt to it. The powerful man adapts himself to every situation, and in doing so, becomes the most effective person in every room he enters. Think of water. Water fills every container it enters. Cup, river, ocean. It never loses its nature. It simply takes the shape that serves it best. Your core, your values, your principles, your identity should be unshakable. But your presentation, that should be fluid, adaptive, precisely matched to whoever is standing in front of you. This is not manipulation. This is mastery. Here is the single most important power dynamic in any human interaction. The person who needs the outcome less controls the interaction more. This is not theory. This is the cold mechanics of every negotiation, every relationship, every confrontation ever stays between two human beings. Desperation is visible. It leaks through your words, your posture, your eyes. The slight urgency in how quickly you respond. The untouchable man has trained himself to want without needing, to pursue without depending, to care without being controlled by that care. Machiavelli understood this as the foundation of all power. A prince who fears losing makes decisions from fear, and decisions made from fear always serve the wrong master. Practice this today, in small things first. Stop needing to win every argument. Stop needing every person to like you. Stop needing every plan to work out exactly as imagined. As that grip loosens, something extraordinary happens. People sense it. They cannot articulate it, but they feel it, and they respond to it with the one thing desperate people never receive: respect.